hear myself through my headphones. Yes, man. Like, I feel real good about this right now.
Pay attention, because you are now listening to Permission to Speak Freely.
This the after Thanksgiving episode too, like, cause we kind of delayed. So, cause we recorded a couple weeks ago. We just put that out this week. So this is the after Thanksgiving episode. So happy for all the listeners. Happy after Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got plans?
Yeah.
So me asking y'all if y'all got plans really is like me asking y'all what y'all do. Right?
Yeah, man. Yeah. So, man, look, my Thanksgiving, man, it's kind of rolls the same. Man. I got my little family, man. My daughter then came in from college, and that's a whole nother episode by itself with her coming home from college, man. Because, man, I thought I was getting a different young lady. Nah, it's the same young lady. But that's a whole nother podcast right there, right? But yeah, man, like we gonna do the whole little feast, man. We always do it. Me and the wife get in the kitchen, man. We do our thing, man. Certain things that can be done the night before, then we're gonna cook it up. Haven't invited nobody, but we have turned down invites because of the fact that my daughter came home, and we kind of want to keep it like that. But yeah, man, I can't wait, man. One thing about like Thanksgiving, all the holidays when you putting food, cooking, man, that was my favorite times of the year, man. I love getting there, cooking and stuff, man. So, and I can experiment too. You know what I mean? When you got your own little fam, you know what I mean? I can mix it up and dice it up how I want because it's us. You know what I mean? It's us. So I love it, man.
Yeah. What about you, Tish?
Well, this is my first Thanksgiving without the boys. So I was thinking, well, usually we'll go to my homegirl's house and I'll bring like a few dishes or whatever. She's there. She got her mom, her stepdad there. So it'd be like a whole half Jamaican, half American feast. But I don't know. This year I'm thinking about doing something a little bit different. I was thinking about going to Rosarito. So, and just like go and chill and just, I'm going to start working here pretty soon. So right now I have all the time and opportunity. So I'm like, I might want to just go ahead and make a run for it. I kind of feel like Rosarito isn't far enough, but I don't know. I'm winging it this year.
Sometimes I'm assuming there's got to be a pretty good feeling too, though, right, Tish? You know what I'm saying? You just get up and just, you know what I mean? Hey, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? I got the money. You know what? Let me get up out of here, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'll be back in a couple weeks.
That part. It's lovely. It's lovely when people call and, hey, how you doing? Oh, I'm good, living free. That's like my line. That's my line. Good, living free. I can get up and go wherever I want to go.
When the last time you saw the boys, Teach?
It was June, so I'll see them in Christmas. They're going to come out here for 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're going to come out for 2 weeks. They left for after I retire, and like, we FaceTime. I see them on FaceTime, but outside of that, I haven't really seen them. So
yeah, man,
they're going to come spend 2 weeks out here.
Boys going to come back and Tish going to see them. They about 6 foot. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
6'3".
Right.
Roll up on you. They going to roll up on you.
When I talk to them on FaceTime, I'm like, your face look different, or, their mannerisms are changing. So it's going to be like real different, but I'm trying to like decorate the house and everything for them. So it's real. Okay. Yeah. I'm trying to have it all decked out like they used to want it. So, and I'm excited.
Good stuff.
Hey, so I was quiet, right? Cause I think y'all kind of missing the opportunity for the $1 million question. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what you bringing?
It's $1 million question that y'all ain't hitting, Like, so I've been quiet, letting you kind of talk about, your holidays. Damn, y'all ain't got the question?
No.
All right. I'm going to tell y'all what I'm doing for Thanksgiving.
Is that the $1 million question?
Yes. Because I'm living in the barracks. I live in the barracks. I'm geo-batching, right? I got duty the day after Thanksgiving. Yeah, that would be the $1 million question. Like, hey, Dom,
so you can't even go home.
Right. Yeah. They serving food on the pier outside the ship. I can't do that. Like, who goes to the...
But you know what, Dumbo? I got a question about that, though, man. Like, you're right, though. The only way I'm going to the ship for Thanksgiving is if I was part of Triad. That's it.
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask.
Yeah, it's no way around it. That is it. But my question is, man, because what we do at what we do on shore duty, right? We do it like a couple of days, either the day before or a couple of days before or whatever. We put this thing out. Why ships don't do it like that, man? I was thinking like, now everybody can enjoy something the same time. Why don't we just do it a whole different day so everybody can kind of like be there?
No, ships do that, but what about the duty section? You know what I'm saying? Like this is like so for instance, at my command, well, where I'm at, the USO, they putting on the Thanksgiving on the pier for the duty section. I think that they opened up Thanksgiving to people outside of the duty section, but I think they said that people outside of the duty section couldn't come a couple of days ago. Like, yo, everybody can come. They're just like, oh, nah, like, nah, y'all can't come.
Nah, we ain't feeding 3,000.
Hey, if you walk up to the ship or Thanksgiving and you not on duty, man. Like,
well, what about the people who living in the barracks?
You talk about junior. I ain't talking about junior settlers, man. I'm not talking about junior settlers. I'm
Let's
talking about
eliminate the junior sailors in the triad.
I'm talking about senior chiefs. Dog, you're a loser, dog. I'm talking about. Hey, I'm just joking too. I hope y'all know I'm just joking, man.
Yeah, most definitely.
Y'all are serious. That's what I mean, man. These people take me serious, man. Like they're gonna take me serious.
Now it's a couple possibilities in there. Now there's a couple possibilities. Now one of the possibilities can be you might have a little girlfriend or a boyfriend. You know what I mean? They got duty that day. You know,
go have a family meal.
You may have to show up for them and be like, maybe bring them a plate. And while you're there, you may get a piece of turkey while you're there. You know what I mean? You never know.
You saying you're a senior chief with a girlfriend on the ship? Is that what you just said?
That's what he said. That's what he said. Listen.
Boy, Dumbo don't miss nothing, do it. Dumbo.
That's what he said.
Dumbo don't miss nothing. Hey, who knows? 2023, man. In 2023, man. Who knows these days, man?
Yeah, you got a DFC on the way too, homeboy.
Yeah, man. Might have to get you, but you might get your turkey day on, though. You might not make it to Christmas. You might not make it to Christmas, but you at least get your turkey day on, man.
Get your DFC, man. A hot, fresh one. Hot, fresh DFC for your ass, man.
For Christmas.
Yep, hang out with your girl on Thanksgiving and packing on fucking Christmas, man.
Right,
yeah, man.
That part.
No, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing for Thanksgiving. Some people from the division, they having a little something. So I don't know if I'm going to go there. I might stop by. I just don't want to go there and it be the whole like senior chief thing, stuff like that. But I might stop by and just eat some of that food. You know what I'm saying? So
and then just roll out.
Yeah, stop by, grab a plate and get out of there. I just don't want it to be like a weird thing or nothing like that.
What if they try to bring you a plate, man? You don't let them bring you a plate or what?
Yeah, I asked a couple people already. Like, yo, if you make something, can you bring a plate? I can't. I just straight up asked them, like, yo, if you bring something. Because I got duty the next day. Yo, it's Thanksgiving. Them plates got to come, man. People talk about deep frying turkeys and all that.
Right.
Like,
yeah, man.
Bring them things.
Bring it on the way, man. Dumbo, if I was there, I got you.
I wish you were, Damon. I know you're going to have
If I was there, I most definitely got you, man. I bring you a big fat ass plate too, man. That's one thing. That's one more thing. And somebody can, say if I'm wrong or not, man, but you can't make a little bit on Thanksgiving, man.
Yeah.
You can't make a little bit of dressing. You can't make a little bit of nothing. Everything is huge portions, man.
Yeah.
I don't care if just me and the wife or me and everything is still the same size.
Mm-hmm.
It don't even matter. So you're gonna have it to give, man. So yeah, man. And everybody that's in around my neighborhood, man. I'll let your boy, man. I'm gonna have a whole lot of leftovers. I'm gonna eat on that thing for about 3 days.
I wish I was close by because I ain't driving up there.
You just invited a bunch of people to your neighborhood. Do they know your neighborhood?
I invite everybody, bro. We always do that. We always invite, bro. That's Southern hospitality. They don't mean no man answer up. You know what I mean? I'm gonna invite you. That's gonna happen.
That's about it.
He just said we uninvited. That's what he just said, right? I'm gonna bring this. Hey, that's what I'm doing this episode. I figured out what I'm doing this episode. He started out saying, hey, my daughter coming. So we've been uninviting a whole bunch of people because we want to do the whole family thing with the daughter, right? That's how he started.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what part of this y'all heard or didn't hear for the listeners, because a part of this episode, I'm going to edit a little bit. I already know. I messed something up, so I'm going to edit some stuff out, right? So he said, my daughter coming, so we're going to do the family thing. Then he said, whoever in the neighborhood come through and eat. But don't nobody know his neighborhood. You know what I'm saying?
It just sounds good.
It sounded great.
I mean,
yeah, it sounded great.
That's come on, man. You know how we always go and invite everybody, but you know everybody either not gonna come through. If I invite my whole division, one probably show up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe two, if that at the max. But we always gonna invite though. That's just the thing to do. That's just the Southern hospitality in me, man. Straight out of Mississippi, you already know what it is. You know what I'm saying?
I want to give a. He said a whole lot. They say shit, right? I want to give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to Duty Section 6. Duty Section 6 is the duty section this year that's getting it every which way. So shout out to Duty Section, at least on my ship. But a shout out to every duty, so everybody that got them holiday duties, whether that be Christmas, Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve, Thanksgiving, December 7th. That's my birthday. Everybody should be off that day, and that's Pearl Harbor Day. But I mean, we do what we do here. But shout out to everybody that's standing to watch on those duty days, man. Shout out shout out to all our listeners. We got some dope ass listeners and some dope followers on TikTok and all that stuff. So shout out to y'all. Yep. Monday, which I think is the day this episode comes out. So happy Monday. That's also me and my wife's 10-year. It marks 10 years from the day that we met. We met on Friendsgiving. Yeah, we met on Friendsgiving. So I do plan to be, so I got duty the day after Thanksgiving, which is a Friday. And then I plan to go home Saturday and Sunday and then take off on that Monday to celebrate with my wife. So if you are listening to this episode on Monday, give us a little shout out, man. 10 years strong, you know.
For sure, man. 10 years strong, man. I love that, man. I love good reunions, man. I love that stuff, man. It's good stuff. Big shouts out to Angeline, man. Keeping up, you know,
holding
putting up with your ass. Holding down for you, man. You know what I'm saying? She putting up with a whole lot, you know what I mean? So shouts out to Angeline, man.
Yeah, man. I ain't gonna argue with it because you're right. Man. Somebody asked me a question and I want to see what y'all think about it. They said, is single people on holidays like Christmas duty? And the question was, should single people take it for the team when it comes to certain holidays, like Christmas? So should the command be like, hey, all the sellers with kids, go ahead and celebrate your Christmas. We're going to set up a way for all the single sellers to come in and stand duty. And now the person who asked me this is I'm probably jacking up, you know, what they wanted me to say, but that's how I received it. Right. So single sellers, right? Shout out to all y'all out there. Cause I know y'all listening like, hell no,
right,
you know?
Right.
What's your thoughts on it? Let the people with kids have duty day off and let the single people stand duty?
Nah.
Hey, man, the single people stand duty, man, right after the holiday, the triad gone. Y'all go, bro. It's a wrap. Everybody go. I don't agree with it. I'm gonna tell you, man, like, now with that being said, a lot of single people will ask though, hey, I got this. Hey, I got it. You got kids. I stay on duty. And it might be a little fee involved. I don't know, but it could be, right? And they'll take it for the team. But to talk about coming up with a watch bill and all of that, how many people you got to get to agree with that though? I mean, you have to have an agreement. You can't just make them do it. That's most definitely get your DFC, right? So you can't make them do it. So you got to ask all these people. And then, I mean, it's a lot going on right there, man. So I really don't agree with it, man. And I mean, you know how much backlash you get with that? Say, oh, because they got a family. I done heard that so many times, man, like in my Navy career. So I know that is not a route that I want to go down at all.
Yeah, and then single people got families too, right? They got It might be your grandma last Christmas. It might be your mom's last.
Yeah,
like
true,
anything,
true.
You know, anything. I don't mean it's like sadden it out, but like anything could be happening. You might not have seen your family. You know, you've been on deployment last Christmas, stuff like that. So it's definitely hard, you know. But I mean, you know, people want to spend Christmas with their kids, man. You know what I'm saying? Like opening up gifts.
Yeah,
listen,
man. I mean.
If I was single, I'll be like, how much is it worth to you? How much you want to see your kids open them presents? You go pay. That would be the highest amount that I would collect in a day.
Yeah. How would you? So that's just an imaginary scenario, right? How would you go, Tish?
If I was on the giving end or the receiving, like if I was the single person or the one with kids.
the single person?
If I was a single person, I'm starting off at like $200.
How high would you go though? I ain't asked what you were starting off with, teacher.
How high? I mean, I guess
how
as high
would you go?
I guess as high as a person's gonna pay me. If I was the one that had watch though, and I was trying to pay somebody, I would probably.
You're right, Tish. That is a big difference.
Yeah, that is a big difference.
Watch and not standing to watch is a big deal, right?
Right. My starting price, if I'm the one that's standing to watch, my starting price is $200. If I'm the one that's having to pay somebody because I want to be at home on Christmas, I'm probably willing to shed out probably about $300-$400 for real.
I'm starting at $700. If I'm taking money, a guy at $700. That's where we start. $700. You want me to take your duty? I'm coming up. Like I need to feel this. Like you want me to take your duty?
I mean, you really do. You really do. You got to really make them feel. I wouldn't say 7, but most definitely like 500, right? Because you're an engineer. I'm an engineer, so I'm going to stand watches, maybe 2. Yeah. I'm going to stand by 2 watches. I'm going to be part of the IET. You know, all this good stuff, and then they probably ain't gonna run a drill because it's the holidays, so we probably don't run a drill. But who knows, right? I got to throw all that in there. But you're right.
The real thing got jump off. The real thing could jump off. That's 200. The real thing 200. The early muster is another 2. That's 4 right there. And then the other 3 is for the duty. Like, listen, we adults, we grown. 200, 250, 350. That's a bill. That
ain't moving the needle no more.
That's a power bill on a hot June.
Y'all really out here breaking people's necks.
No, I mean it's like, but it's Christmas. It's like we got families too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I got families too. You know what I mean? So if I take this thing, it's gonna be worth me taking it. I could be chilling at home, chilling wherever I'm at. You know, doing nothing. I'm not going to take $100 just to freaking $100 and be on the ship. No. Right? I mean, everybody, that mean it'll be a bidding war. If I say, hey man, give me $100, man, everybody on the ship will want to give me $100. But everybody in the ship ain't going to want to give me $500.
Yeah. And me taking your duty is a luxury. You know what I mean? Like that's a luxury item. You got me in there, my motivation, my dedication and drive, honor, integrity. Like that, your section just that's a luxury item, man. We ain't playing, okay? You gotta give me $7.
They gotta know what you bring it to the table.
Like I'm fighting. You know what I'm saying? Fight for you if it go down. I might wind up, having a talk with one of your sellers that you ain't was never wanted to have the uncomfortable conversation because I could probably approach him. It's a little different. Man. You know what I mean? Like that's a luxury item, Tish. That's true. You ain't just getting that on a humbug. So we starting at 7 and I'll take it to 12, 13. We could take it 12, 13 and it is what it is. But hey, so
for all of our listeners coming up on Christmas, you just got game. You're welcome.
We get now remember y'all, that's a rank thing. If you eat 4, it might not be the same. But y'all, I never took, let me say this. I never took money to stand nobody duty ever.
I haven't even.
I probably have.
I haven't even stood duty.
Yeah, but she still took money to stand somebody duty.
I took duty like, but it was overseas and stuff though. You know what I'm saying?
On a duty, on a duty.
Not on holidays though. No holiday.
Yeah, I was broke on deployments in the early days. I remember I was broke. I probably did take it.
I ready to take a duty. After going out one night, I got your duty.
I probably took it for the 7 and not the 100. I probably took it for the 7 piece and not the 100. Yeah, let me get $7, Doug. I take your Saturday.
Get that McDonald's in, man.
Yeah, I take your Saturday for a shawarma, man. Like just bring back some food, man. Hey, breaking news. Temporary rest in peace to higher tenure, I guess. A temporary rest in peace. So we put out the last time we talked about higher tenure, it was the pilot program, the higher tenure plus, I think. That's what it was called. Higher tenure plus. Yeah. That temporarily suspended higher tenure, and now the temporary suspension is indefinite. Right? Yeah. So that's that. I don't know if y'all got thoughts on that or whatever, but
yeah, man, my thoughts, I think I don't know if it do or not, but it possibly can hurt me a little bit, man. Like, when it comes for me staying where I'm at or not, because if I don't get picked up, my higher tenure kind of going to keep me at the same place I'm at, right? Because I'm coming up on higher tenure. But now they say it's suspended. They still can send me out there for like 2-3 years probably, you know what I mean? Which I ain't trying to move. I'm trying to stay either I'm putting it on, I'm staying where I'm at and retire, either way. But this higher tenure thing may put a little wrinkle in my game, man. I don't know. I have to check into it now.
Yeah, and it don't really matter for Tish. It don't really matter.
It don't.
Nah,
I'm free.
Quota's out, results out. Quota's out, results out. By the time this episode is out, it'll be some new petty officers. It'll be some new petty officers, some new first classes, some new second classes. So
yeah, man. Congratulations, man. Congratulations to all your peeps out there that made rank, man. It's a big deal. It's a milestone. Yeah. It's all that good stuff, man. So congratulations, man. It's a feather in the cap. Now you're not part of that 30-month thing. You know what I'm saying?
You said a feather in the cap.
Yeah, man.
Feather in the cap, you said?
That's what he said. Feather in the cap. I never heard that before either.
You said you never heard it either, Tish?
Mm-mm.
I thought it was a down south thing.
I never heard that. That's a Mississippi.
Where does it come from, Dan?
That's Mississippi. Mississippi.
Just another. It's like a check mark, man. It's like a boom.
I know what it means.
On my way,
we pieced it together.
Oh, okay. Oh, you said where it's from? I always said it, man. I mean, I'm from Mississippi. I mean, Tish said where she grew up at, man. So, she may not know none of that slang like that, though. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know that
slang out there in Mississippi.
I don't know that one.
Yeah, that's an old one right there.
That sound old. That sounds like somebody that drive a Cadillac would say, like one of those old school Cadillac.
Yeah, not Cadillac and driving down a dirt road, driving down a dirt road.
Right.
Hey, for the listeners, we ain't come on here to talk about nothing. I think y'all probably figured that out by now.
Yeah.
We ain't come here to talk about nothing.
We're giving thanks today, man. Just giving thanks.
It's the after the holiday episode, man. We ain't here to talk about much. I do. So it is a funny story. It's a couple funny stories I got. I don't know which one I want to go first. All right, let me go this one. I want to give a shout out to the basketball team at the gym on base in the DC area. And for some reason, I'm having a brain fart about the base right now that I was on, but it was an Air Force base. JBAB. I was on JBAB, right? So I was on JBAB. And it's a 24-hour gym that you go to. And you get, like, if you go when it's like outside of the actual operating hours, you just use your CAC. That's how you get in. So when I went there, my CAC wasn't working, but it was like 20 young dudes, young boys, like lined up outside the door too. And they trying to get in, so it's early in the morning. So they talking, they not super rowdy. They loud. They're young though. They anywhere between like 19 and like 24, right? This is the Dover. So I find out from talking to them, cause none of us, it's cold as hell and none of us could get in the gym cause my CAC don't work and none of them have a CAC. I find out from talking to them that they the Dover Air Force Base basketball team and it's a tournament that day at like So it's right now it's like 6:50. The tournament start at 8 and the gym don't actually open till 7:30. Here's the thing. My CAC not working, but it's people in the gym. It's people in the gym. So normally, right, if you trying to get in, even whether your CAC work or not, so you know how it is. Normally if somebody in the gym, they open the door. That's what they do. Right. Unless they want to get their privileges provoked, right? Who knows when that happens, right? So I knock on the door. So at one point, all of the dudes, the whole team, they like, it's a bunch of them. So they like looking in the door. It looked crazy to somebody that's probably working out like, yo, wow, all these dudes trying to get in here. So I try to get into the side door. It's a dude on the side working out. He looks at me. And he start walking toward the door, right? And as he walking, like the 20 young boys see him and they start coming up like, oh, we in there. The dudes see them behind me, right? And he leaves, so he'll open the door. So now these young dudes still stuck. They still stuck, stuck. For the majority, it's majority. I ain't even gonna get into the race. The race don't matter, but it's a few women in there and a mixed race group. So now we just stuck. right? And there's people in the gym working out, and the people that work there are there. All the dudes, they getting frustrated. They like, yo, we got a basketball tournament at 8. What they think we just gonna get in there at 7:30 and just be ready to do the tournament? They like, we need to set up, we need to drink, we need to cool off, we need to warm up, we need to do stuff. And I'm like, they like, why would they even schedule a tournament and like not open the door for the teams? These people came all the way from Dover, Delaware, right?
Yeah.
So my CAC finally works, right? And for some reason it finally worked, and we come in. Soon as them young boys get in there, they like, yo, where the dude at? They like, where the dude at? That wasn't trying to let us in. Where he at? There you go. But they was chilling. There's a positive group of young boys. They went out, they played basketball, they did their thing. They was able to warm up, get in and all that stuff. But I felt weird about it, man, because they wasn't gonna get in there if I didn't get them in there, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy though, man. Like they right though. They're 100% correct, man. Like we don't come to start a tournament at 8 and you go let me in at 7:50.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We got to do a whole lot going on. You know what I mean? They have to happen before we get started, man. So that's crazy though. That's crazy. And
I get it that it's rules. But I think personally people were scared to let them in. There was too many of them out there. Like I said, they was 19, 20. They had hair like 19 and 20-year-old. You know, whatever that looks and feels like, you know, so my old ass, I looked real safe, you know, so dude was going to let me. He's gonna let my safe looking self in. You know, I try to look even more safe. You know what I'm saying? Like I get an extra 36 on the knock. Like I knocked like a 36. But when he saw all of them, he was like, nah, it ain't happening.
Whoa.
But I'm in my head, I'm like, eventually they going to get in. And they like, if I was them, because I wanted to talk to the dude. Like I wanted to go find the dude. Like, hey, you ain't want your privileges provoked, man?
Why?
Like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? And maybe he was right. Maybe I'm wrong. You know, and the listeners will tell me if I'm wrong or not. Maybe this dude was right.
But the thing about it is though, they got a tournament. That was the biggest thing. I mean, I got the time to let them into the door, but you hosting a tournament. You know what I mean? So the players, if that's coming through a back door, whatever you need to do, you guys should make that happen though, not just leave them out there. Just
do they have a uniform?
Facility. Yeah, they had that uniforms on. It was cold, so some of them had jackets, but I saw a bunch of jerseys that said Dover. Yeah, like it was a little bit open, you could see it. But that's the J-Bab. That was J-Bab, y'all. So y'all gotta do better at them gyms, man. Y'all know when y'all got them tournaments.
Man.
Yeah, y'all know when y'all got them tournaments that, you know, these young boys don't have the way to get in that thing, man. Speaking of J-Bab, I found this to be the funniest news that I heard in a while. It's probably not going to be funny to everybody, but it was funny as hell to me. The Exchange started making these micro marts. They are these small little stores with snacks and juices and stuff in them, but nobody at the register. So it's unmanned register stuff. So self-checkout. When I was stationed at J-Bab, sellers were going to mass for getting caught in the camera, not paying, not buying the shit, right? So it's an email chain, right? And this is what the email chain says, right? Now this from Norfolk. This from the Norfolk page, right? It says several of the UH facilities have Next Micro Marts, which, if you're unfamiliar, are unmanned convenience stores that sell sandwiches, drinks, snacks, etc. The Micro Mart in Building X2 in particular has been experiencing a drastic uptick in theft to the tune of $7,000 a month. Since most items are below $5, you can see how that's a lot of stolen snacks. Right? So that's the first part, right? So here's the second part. And this is even funny to me. I'm looking for some engagement from the mess.
What?
Writ large to prevent us from getting to a place where we have to either close the micromart or, here we go, or implement a watch bill using residents, your sellers. I completely get that there's not a ton of you all can do from their work. It's not a ton you all can do from the workplace to monitor the store. However, please do what you can in the way of having a conversation with your sellers. Either COA will impact them in the end. I appreciate the support I always receive from this community. It means a lot, right? So that was that, that's an email, right? I don't even know if I could read that or not, right? Somebody gonna cuss me out. So I'm like, hey, why the fuck you ain't? But I ain't see nobody naming that.
Yeah.
So What y'all think the code should be? What y'all think?
Core should be, if you got an issue or a problem, which we know it is, you better hire somebody.
Exactly.
To sit their ass in there and monitor that shit. Ain't gonna be no sailors. I mean, is this micro? Well, it ain't gonna be no sailors. I can tell you that right now. That's crazy. You just gotta hire somebody, man. But it's funny, man. Like the whole thing, man. Like it's an uptick.
Yeah.
That whole thing funny as hell to me. It's an uptick in it, right? But now it makes sense though. You said micro mark. Now the micro, all that stuff makes sense now, man.
Okay,
You defending the sellers?
Yeah, I mean, you try to get me. I'm not defending the sailors.
Yeah,
stealing.
I never do that because stealing is crazy, right? I mean, to me, that's like the worst thing you can do, especially somebody in the Navy.
It's on our mist.
But I am defending the fact that they said in a statement that, we don't want to, take the sailors and have them standing to watch or something. I'm against that totally. Like this is not on the ship. This is not in the. Like, is this in the barracks? Don't you say it's in the barracks?
It's in the barracks. It's in the barracks.
Oh, yeah, I might take that.
It's a micro bar in the barracks.
Oh.
My vote is to just burn them bitches down. Like burn it down, man. Like we can't have that. Yeah. Like we're not.
Put them in a vending machine.
We're not simple. We won't have enough honor, integrity, and integrity to do that shit.
No. Most definitely don't. But it's two things that happen. You're right, Dumbo. Either take it away or hire somebody to sit in there. Give them 3 shifts, 8 hours, 3 shifts, done with it. Right. That's it.
The one on JBAP had somebody. Look, the one on JBAP had somebody. They would like routinely check. But then as soon as they left, like people like looking around and shit, they leaving out.
Bro.
They leaving out.
Crazy though, bro. I mean, like, look. I'm gonna tell you for real, man. As a junior sailor, man, some of them nights, bro, I'm hungry. You know what I mean? I ain't had no cheese, man. I ain't got no money, and I go down there and everything like right there in front of me. Come on, bro. Like what I'm supposed to do? I think you're putting me in a bad environment. You're doing this to me. You know what I'm saying? You're making me commit some type of crime right here because now you done put this stuff in there. It's all over the place. I'm hungry as hell. That's a bad combination, man.
Why they always look in the camera when they steal? Like they go to the register. They go to the register and be like,
bro, I'm taking that. Hey, look, I ain't condoning none of this. Let's don't get it twisted. I'm not condoning none of this stuff. I think it's wrong, blah, blah, blah. But I'm going in there in that COVID mask, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh. This episode might not ever come out. You're going to leave with a couple Jocko.
I take that back. I'm not condoning none of this, man.
You're going to leave with a couple Jocko energy drinks, man.
Right. He got the Black Ops in the micro.
But you know what, man? It's a good idea, man. And you see a lot of stores going this too, though, man. Like the whole self-checkout thing. Like, I mean, all Walmart got like 3 actually cash registers, but everything else is self-checkout. You grab shit and walk out there and pay for it or whatever. But then you got somebody at the door, though.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the Amazon ones? Where they have cameras all over.
You just go in and walk out.
Yeah,
with your stuff.
Go in and then you just walk out, and it's gonna automatically the camera's it's like some type of smart cameras or something, and so they see what you're pulling, and so you create a tab while you're walking around. You put something back,
that's dope.
It release it, and you just walk out, and then it's just gonna automatically charge you.
Oh, that's pretty dope. I'm sure that's something you got to set up too, right? Probably on Amazon, have it set up like on the app or something.
Right. But I've seen it in a apartment building downtown too, where they had it like that. But it wasn't. I don't think it was connected to Amazon. But you could set up an account and have your card on file, and it'll just automatically charge you. So that's an option. That's super technical. Yeah. But that's another option. I don't think the Navy got enough money for that.
Is another option just for our young sailors to have
to just stop stealing.
Yeah, hey, young sailors, bro, man. Look, maybe some old sailors too. Let me just stop saying sailors. Why can't y'all stop stealing from the microbar?
Dude, they should just stop stealing. Yeah. But I mean, me being an LN, I know what sailors be doing. They be getting caught at the Navy Exchange.
It'd be Chiefs too.
Yeah, officers. Yeah. So I've seen the worst of people. So my vote is they losing $7,000 a month on people stealing. I'm pretty sure the technology that they would get for the little Amazon-like thing, I'm pretty sure that's not going to cost them $7,000 a month. So they might need to make that good old initial investment to get rid of that.
Yeah. I'm going to flip it though a little bit too though, man. Like on the sailors though too. You guys bring up the sailors piece, man. That do look bad, you know, on you if you going to DRB for stealing something, man, out of one of those little marks, man. And I'm telling you right now, because at one point, if you on a ship and you stand in, man, like that's the worst thing can happen. Like to me to know about is you a thief and you living in this berthing with me. You know what I mean? That's one. That's a bad look for you. And trust and believe everybody know if you go to DRB for it, everybody know about it, right? So it is a bad look, man. But at the same time, man, like we need to put a watch in there. If I'm losing I think at the end of the day, 7,000, bro, that's a lot.
Yeah,
that's a lot of money.
I think it's the rundown, though. I think it's the rundown of what you stole, right? Like, you know, because that's going to be publicized too, right? That's going to be publicized, like,
right? And it's always dumb shit.
I'm not trying to get hit up for stealing baby bunk cakes, like a couple Monster Energy drinks. I'm cool. Like I could look at somebody, yeah, it was a monster, you know, like with a baby bunk cake, man. You towing the line, man. Like you got some problems. Y'all shop at Target?
Every now and then.
Yeah. So where I live, half the things in Target are like locked away. Like you can't even.
Oh, he's doing that now too. Yeah.
So, you know, at first it was just, I remember the days where all it was the razor joints, the razor blade for your razor.
Yeah.
I remember the days that's all that was locked up. Mm-hmm. Now the underwear locked up, t-shirts locked up, the lotion locked up, the regular soap locked up, the dog food locked up. It's like, y'all might as well just lock this whole damn Target up.
And then when you hit the button, it take them 15 minutes to get to you.
Oh yeah, they come. And whoever come don't look like they want to be there. Whoever comes just don't look like they want to be there anyway. I don't even want to get it.
Go ahead, Tish.
Oh, out here, they have like different sections that are closed off, and then there's a register in that section.
Yeah,
you can't, like the beauty supply section, like you can't get out that section unless you go ahead and pay for your stuff, and then you can do the rest of your shopping.
Yep, and people still finding ways.
Man, I just want to throw out there too, man. Like for you sailors that's out there, that's trying to do some old crazy ass shit, man. I want you guys to be thinking also, man. Use common sense at the same time. But you want to do some crazy shit. I got a story about this guy, man, that he got caught up in the NEX for taking stuff, man. But he wasn't taking it. What he was doing was he was going and switching the labels, right? For different prices, you know, little barcodes and stuff, man. Now I want you guys to know this, man. Like I don't know candy bar calls the price of some shoes. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So when you take that,
you're gonna get caught every time.
So who caught him? The cashier? The cashier?
Yeah, but you know, like, and then for the cashier, man, like, just send his ass back, man. You know what I'm saying? Just send him on back and say, but nah. They calling the people on you, man. So keep that shit in mind, bro.
They bringing up TVs and bread.
He must have did it too much. He must have did it too much because he got caught.
Right.
He got caught, man. Yeah, he had a couple things in his bag, man, that he just switched the tags on, man.
Yeah, be watching.
Yeah. And then the reason why they got him was he's and like you said, he must have did it a lot because they pulled the camera out on him, man.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, they had him on camera, bro.
You know
on camera.
You know how grocery stores work, where it's like you could get away with it a couple times, and then a lot of times they don't stop you at the cashier. Like they stop you at the door, like as you leaving with your bag. Yeah. Like, yo, hey, hold on, let me talk to you for a second, and you know it's over. Like when they hit you with that shit, they take you to the back. You know it's over.
Right.
You be trying to ask them, you know, you try to ask them like, yo, everything good?
Hey, bro. Hey, hardcore. Come into the DRB, hardcore. Not me. Hey, man, we got footage. Oh, the whole conversation changed.
Listen.
We got you switching
footage, bro. The whole conversation changed, man. Like, trying to get a plea deal after that.
Yeah.
Right. If you go to DRB for theft and you see a TV on when you walk in.
Oh, man, boy. what's going on here?
And they hit you with they hit you with the moment. Hey, look, man, we just gonna ask you to be honest with us. Give it to us straight, man. Did you still, man? Like, just talk to us, man. Like, did you need it? Were you in need? You know how they be in the Chiefs.
Right.
Don't make me hit play, man.
Yeah.
Don't make me hit play.
They got that remote. The remote sitting right there beside the CMC.
Don't make me hit play, bro.
And it'd be like your chief. It'd be like your chief just so frustrated.
Like, please.
Grab the remote, y'all. Just grab the remote. I tried to tell him. I told you outside. I told you in the shop.
Tell the truth.
I told you to be honest.
Be honest. Told you. Nah, hit play. Go ahead and hit play, guys. Hit play. Just mad as hell, man. Just hit play.
Yeah, just pissed off.
He gonna tell the truth. Just hit play.
You done seen him about 10 times. You don't even gotta look at the video no more. You're just looking at him with the hard eyes. Like, that's crazy.
Right.
Oh,
and you know, everybody think that they got that connection. What they say, like, oh no, I can get them. I can get them. I can get them to come clean.
Yep.
You and them like, please, please say something.
And you be in there before, you be in there before.
No, Chief.
You be in there before, like, I talked to him.
Right.
Earlier.
I think he gonna come clean.
I told him, just be honest. He gonna, do everything.
Bro, don't even get me started on them DRBs, boy. I can talk forever on DRBs, man. Like, hey.
Hilarious.
I remember I used to like share him a couple times, man. I was like, we'll talk to the chief and be like, hey, what'd he say? You know what I mean? Get his whole little story, this whole rundown. Man, that dude or girl get right in there. I had a whole nother story. You'd be like, what the fuck?
They start looking at you.
Just like, yeah, it's crazy.
Bad, man.
This you?
That shit is bad. Oh, yeah.
Crazy.
People will look at you. And sometimes you a part of their story and shit. Like,
oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I talked to Senior about it.
I told my
Senior knew.
Like, oh, really?
Yeah.
Like, you in there looking.
Well, I would lose my mind up there. Somebody say that shit. Wow. Well, Senior knew about it. Shit, I call your ass. I saw hardcore in there, boy.
I think I
going to mess.
I got called into our mess from out of the mess before about something that somebody said I knew about. They called me up there like, hey, we need you to come. It's like, damn, I'm coming to DRB. We need you to come in here, man. They saying, It's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Hey, so a message to everybody that does this. Stop saying cat card. Stop saying cat card, Joe. For real. Stop saying it. Stop saying MRC card. It's CAC and it's MRC. Stop saying cat card. You know what I mean? I feel like y'all both say it.
I do.
I can tell by how y'all look.
Cat card. Hey, man, where you cat card? But when you say it like that, I know what you're getting at, but still, man, everybody know cat card, man. Yeah, cat card. You know what I'm saying?
It's like the ATM machine. So it's the same.
Yeah.
So you probably got the same grievance against the ATM machine.
I got grievance against anybody saying ATM machine in 2023, period. You know what I mean? Like you got some other problems. You got some other problems.
That's true.
I got a grievance.
Call me Eartha then.
Yeah. I got a grievance against the people on my base that was being tight-lipped about the fact that the president was visiting. The president came to visit yesterday, right? And everybody was all tight-lipped. I got a grievance against them because, it was on the news. It was national news, man. Y'all don't got to be so tight-lipped. Like everybody oh yeah, we got a special visitor coming. We can't really say nothing about it. It's kind of hush-hush. And then when you go down to your office and you turn the news on, hey, President Biden is going to Norfolk Naval Base. Like, yo, y'all, come on. Everything ain't exclusive, man. Everything ain't exclusive.
No, especially that. Especially that.
And the president got a public calendar. The president has a public calendar. Everybody kind of knows where they was talking about this in the chat that I'm in. And this dude was astounded. He was like, for real? Information like this gets out? Yeah. I mean, you kind of got to know when the president moving, where the president going to. It ain't it's not like a top secret, meeting or whatever. It's not like he going to Camp David to hang out for a little bit. Yeah. He going to a military base, we should be able to protect his ass. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right? Oh, yeah, we caught him on a military. Hey, we caught his ass. Yeah, we've been trying to get Biden for the last year. We finally caught his ass on a military base. Got his ass, man. We should be saying that with all our heart. Hey, the president here, don't come mess with him over here. We got him over here, man.
Right.
Caught him slipping. Oh man, I was at CPR training. The other day. I was nervous, y'all. I was nervous. Damon?
Why?
I don't know. I feel like I get nervous about the small stuff now, you know? And it was a EM2 leading the training too. So I'm like, man, I can't do nothing. I feel like I can't mess up in front of EM2. Like I did a lot. I did stuff wrong at the CPR training. EM2 kind of helped me out. EM2 kind of helped me through it. But I was like, man, I can't do nothing wrong in front of EM2, man. I got to get this right. One day I'm going to be telling them, you know, something about CPR. You know, I need to get this right. But, you know, we all kind of have to, you know, go through that. But I like the smaller the stuff is, the more I get nervous about. You know what I'm saying? Somebody was asking me something like about like a valve hand wheel or something, Damon. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know, I'm like, hey, dog, it was a chief. I was like, hey, like that. It wasn't a valve. It was something as minute as a valve hand wheel. And I'm like, hey, dog, look, man, this the stuff I don't know, bro. Like you, I was like, you'd be surprised, man. You know, it ain't complicated stuff. It's this type of stuff, man. Was that AFFF again? Yeah.
You're 100% though, man. Like, believe it or not, man, it's the little things, man, because those little things it seem real, like easy and everybody knows. But when you stand in front of your people, those are things that you don't want to like not know.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? You don't want to like not know it because then it's damn fucking seeing chief. He don't know that shit.
Yeah. It's bad.
You know what I mean? So you don't want it to be like that.
Yeah.
So you're right though. You be like, if I have to give training on something, it can be trained out and done 1,000,000 times. I'm finna go look at it because I'm standing in front of my guys. It could be the easiest training, whatever. It don't matter. I'm still gonna look deep into it because of the fact of I'm
you know what it was? You know what it was? It was the rating of like one of the patches. That's what it was, David. It was like a Jubilee patch.
Yeah, Jubilee.
Yeah, it was like a patch.
Yeah.
He was like, hey, you know what the patch
but stuff like that though, you're right though. Those be the things though. It'd be like, believe it or not, we don't do training like that really no more. Like even like senior chiefs and master chiefs and all them, you think, oh man, that's easy. We've been doing that forever. But who really, when they go into these things, they don't need it for anything no more, right? Like basic or any of that stuff. They don't care about that stuff no more. So you're right. When you get asked, you be like, oh shit.
Yeah, you be out the game. You be out the game and your sellers, I got it right. Whatever the answer I had, I got the patch thing right. But you be out the game, but your sellers be fresh in the game. Like they just got their 301.
Just got that fresh training.
Yeah, they know their patches. They know that.
Man. Yeah.
That's why a lot of chiefs be quiet during training, y'all. Just so y'all young sellers can know, a lot of chiefs be quiet during training. They be hoping nobody asks them a question because they don't know that shit. Like a lot of them
mad
don't know
when you ask them a question. Be mad as hell. Mad. Because I asked them that.
Yeah, hey, ask somebody else. You know, a chief would do that quick. Yo, ask one of the young sellers.
You know I know. Yeah. You know I know that, man. Ask somebody else that.
Right.
Don't know it. Goddamn thing.
My dudes, and they gonna hear me, right? But they had the funniest plan. They like, yo, look, senior, this is what we gonna do. We gonna give training, and then at the end of the month, we gonna give LOKs. And that's what we gonna do. We gonna challenge the young sellers on the LOKs against you. So we gonna do like, if they could get a higher score than senior, they could get Liberty. You know, and in my head, I'm like, oh, like, I don't know. But outside of my head, I'm like, yeah, go ahead. Let's go, man. Let's go. You know?
Yeah.
Let's go. Like, let's go.
You're talking with your pride. You're talking with your pride. Right?
Yeah, let's do it. And look, that shit never came to fruition. And I usually write everything down and I be reminding them like, yo, I thought we said, I ain't bring that up yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You want to smoke?
Yeah, man. Y'all ain't about to test me out the game.
Yeah. I ain't testing on nothing.
I just got off leave, right? So I went on leave for and my leave is always horrible. It's always during the weekend, always a day off that we already had a holiday. So I always lose like 3 days. But I went on leave to go to the baby shower, right? I want to leave.
Oh, yeah.
For
Looks
the baby
great
shower.
too.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So my question for y'all is this. Well, let me say this. As I was coming back from leave, the Navy kind of been doing really good in like this whole idea that you don't bother people when they're on leave, right? Kudos to the Navy, right?
Yeah.
Doing great. Don't bother people while they're on leave. Me, I'm different. Like, I don't mind being bothered. Like, I'm one of those people. Like, depending, like when I was on shore duty, okay, don't bother me. I'm on sea duty now. I kind of want to know a little something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of want to know what I'm walking back into. You know what I mean? You be walking back into shit. Yo, such and such electrocuted theyself. This went down, that went down. Like, you know, so I'm a little different with that. However, I respect the whole don't bother people when they on leave. Now, my question for y'all is this. Damon first, since he's still active. what's some things that you would want to be bothered about while you on leave? What's some things you don't want to be blindsided about before you get back?
Hey, first off, man, anything that's like, so I'm like you, Dumbo. I look at it two ways, man. Is that one, bother me while I'm on leave? I don't care. Right. That's one thing. Let's get that out the way. Right. But it's different deliveries for me. Right. If it's something about personnel or major equipment, call me. If it's something real small, text me. So my thing, it goes from calling or a text, but most definitely, I don't want to be blindsided about nothing, man, because man, I'm calling my first class or LPO or whoever real quick. If I come back to work off leave and I get blindsided with something, and they know that too. So I can't be mad about no one calling me and telling me whatever when I'm on leave, because I'm also telling them, hey, don't let me get blindsided about nothing. So that's me being almost like a hypocrite, right? Me being mad about this.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I'm telling them to let me know. So yeah, man, let me know. I'm big on that. So, back to your original question though, Dumbo, like what, it start with personnel first. Make sure that you call me anything about personnel, man. Because I want to be the one that can back that up. You know what I mean? That's the whole my thing about it. So if it comes from me, I'm okay with stand up in front of whoever saying, hey, I told them to do this. I don't want you making that decision. Then I got to go say, hey, they made this decision and blah, blah. No, let me make it. Let me take the blunt of it. Equipment, to me, the only reason why I need to know about equipment is because of the fact that it's certain things I know. I don't want to get too deep into it, but it's certain equipment that's more important than others, like red line things that make it so you cannot get underway, right? Things like that. So if it's one of those major pieces of equipment, please let me know on something that's going to stop the shit from getting underway. I need to know ASAP. Now, if it's some small, say I got 8 of them, it's like ESP or whatever the case may be. Hey, senior, we got some exposed wires on this. We can't use it. We got to take it off station. Text me that shit. Or let me know when I get back. You know what I mean? That type of shit.
And I kind of want to know the night before. That's like for most of it. Give me a call the night before. Give me like, if you my LPO or shoot me a text. Hey, senior, you got a couple minutes for like a little update phone call. Let me know. Let me tell you what's going on. Yeah, I do. And give me the little quick rundown. So when I come back to work, I'm not like this completely lost. Blindsided. I got a meeting to go to on Wednesday. I don't have nothing to put out because I'm still trying to catch up and all that. I'm on the carrier. So 140 emails. If you only took 3 days off, you still coming into 140. What about you, Tish? Anything you would have wanted a call about while you was on leave?
So in the administrative world, we always say like there's no legal emergency, right? Like, so anything that happens, like it's not really, especially for me in my position, like if something happens that's big, they call in JAG. They're not calling me.
Yeah.
Cause they need advice. They need legal advice. They get that only from the JAG or whatever. But if it's my personnel, then I qualify that as an emergency. So I want to be called. If it's something that I gotta deal with when I come back, I just want a heads up and that's it. Like, oh, we got this big thing that's happening. Like when I was at CNSP, like, oh, this CEO about to get fired. So we gearing up for that. I can get in my headspace, all right, I might need to go in early before everybody else come in so I can check my email, because I know as soon as they hit the door, it's going to be, we need this, we need that. It's going to be fast paced. So I kind of want to like ease my way into that coming off leave, because I don't like coming back off leave and it'd be like, boom, let's go. Like I need to work my way back into it. So I would say those two things. And it's funny because as I think about transitioning into the civilian sector, I kind of wonder how I'm going to be on that side. Like when people, if they call, I don't even think they even call really. I know like when we have civilians that work in our office, like we don't call them when they're on leave. Like we don't bother them. So that's going to be a little bit different for me, like not getting those phone calls. Cause I feel like I'm going to be like, why you ain't called me? And tell me, and I want to know about the drama, the gossip. call me on leave if it's some good gossip. I want to know, like, oh, chief, this person had to go to DRB for real. What happened? I want to know.
Hey, the other thing is though with Dumbo and what you said, Tish, is that you said like, leave me a heads up. Have you ever got those heads up and you found out like, hey man, you should have told me this last week? You know what I mean? You think it's like a little heads up type deal. Now all of a sudden it's
like,
what?
No.
Yeah, because like, there's calls that you could have made, things you could have done to make things a whole lot.
Yeah.
They like, so
a whole lot better.
It was a small little, heated up a little bit, then the paper caught on fire, then it hit the wall, then the wall caught on fire, then the whole building burned down a week later. You like, how come you ain't called me when the paper hit the wall? Like I could have took that. I could have called somebody.
That could have been done.
I got another thing for y'all real quick. Well, I got a thing for the Navy a real quick thing, a question. What's going on with the safety manual? It looked like y'all trying to sneak out the 5100.19 and do some craziness. Somebody tell me, somebody from safety, where you at? You know what I'm saying? Come outside. We need to know what's going on with the safety manual because y'all changed the MRCs. Y'all doing stuff different and people don't know. People need answers. We sitting here every entity just trying to figure it out. Everybody, the 3M entity, everybody, nobody know what's going on. Is it a new safety manual coming? Did y'all change the safety manual and roll everything into the 23? What is going on for anybody?
Why you saying it? You said the MRC card got a different series on it?
Hey, bro, it's MRC. I'm just joking. It's MRC.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
MRC card. Oh.
Well, that was quick. That didn't last long at all. MRC, my bad, Dumbo. Hey, world, this is what I get all the time. Man. MRC, man. MRC got it, Dumbo.
If you read the MRC now, it says something about safety. It used to say 5100.19 for forces afloat, 5100.23 for shore. Now it just says the safety manual 5100.23 and other applicable information. So as people saying that the other applicable information is rolled into, as people saying the 19 is rolled into the other applicable information part, and eventually it's going to all kind of transfer to everything being in the 23. I read it different because of the comma placement. So the way I read it, I thought it meant the regular safety manual, the 23, and other applicable information. Yeah. But most people told me I was wrong about that. I still don't think that I'm wrong, but I could be. But I need somebody that know more than me and everybody else that told me that I'm wrong, And I'm the type of person that sometimes it take a lot of people to tell me I'm wrong. You know what I mean? Like, I need to find out who wrote this. You know what I mean? I need to find who wrote this to tell me how I should be reading it. Cause it's either the grammar is really messed. Cause it says this is what it says. It says something like refer to the safety and occupational health manual, comma, the 5100.23 or other applicable information. So I'm reading that as one, or one, but who knows? But I need somebody to know. I don't even want to stay on this too long. We need somebody to tell us something about the safety manual when it comes to these PMS checks, because there's something weird going on.
I mean, I agree with you, man. And I agree with you also with the comma. I mean, shit. I mean, that's almost like the same thing, man. But I tell you this though. And then also, man, if it's a change like that, normally we get it a little bit, ahead of time, a little bit sooner. Our 3M person, somebody getting some emails or something, to help us out with that too. But like you said though, man, help us out, man. Let us know what's up. You know what I mean? Especially something that big, cause the safety manual, everything you do now, it kind of revolves around that safety manual and them chapters and all that type of stuff. So we're just trying to win out here, man. We're just trying to win. That's all.
Yeah. So another story, and this is a real Ron Burgundy. This is like a real Ron Burgundy type story, but it says that, the Navy seeks to raise the allowed number of accidental well collisions. Like, are we just fucking wells up out here in the ocean, man? Like, did you read that?
No, But I will say this though, man, is like, that's a big deal though now. You know what I mean? Them whales out there trying to, from the collision and all that stuff. So go ahead though. Go ahead.
I don't want to read it. I ain't trying to read this damn article. It's about whales. It just said, the Navy has requested an increase on the cap number of marine mammals that's allowed to unintentionally harm during Pacific training after the service's vessel struck a number of whales in recent years off the coast of Southern California.
Yeah, man. Southern California, man. What's going on, Southern California? Talk to us about these whales, man.
Instead of us like being like, yo, we just gonna try not to hit the whales. We like, yo, can y'all raise the allowable limits? Like, is it easy?
No, that's crazy.
Hey, can y'all let us hit more whales and not get asked about this shit?
Shit, that's crazy as hell, man.
But like, can we see? And I need somebody smarter than me again. Like, are we just plowing through whales, or like, can we see them? like, do we always know, or is it times we just don't know when we about to hit a whale or whatever? Who knows?
You ODs out there, man. ODs, help us out, man. What's going on with these whales out there, man? We just running through them, huh? Let us know, man. What's up?
Yeah, then here's another really like I said, it's a whole bunch of random shit. Nothing too crazy today, y'all. The U.S. Army is having a hard time recruiting. Now it's asking soldiers dismissed for refusing the COVID-19 vaccine to come back. What we doing, man?
What we doing? Hey, man, it's like, man, you know what, man? I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like,
hold on.
Go ahead.
I gotta read this article because it's funny.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
The Army sent letters. The Army sent letters to 1,900 active duty soldiers who were separated for refusing to get vaccinated against COVID-19, man. They sent letters, David.
Yeah, man.
That's all I was reading.
Hey, man, like, it's certain things that you just gotta take it, man. You just gotta suck it up, take it. You can't go back to it. This is one of them. You can't go back. You just gotta eat that one, man. That's one of them. This COVID thing, we military, Navy, Army, whoever, we have to eat this one, man. Like, ain't no way around it, man. We ain't finna go out there, man. Like, we didn't kick these people out on the streets, man. We didn't kick them out on the streets. They thought they had a full 20-something years they were about to do. And we said, hey, if you don't get this is what's going to happen to you. And we did that.
Yeah.
So that's it. It's a wrap, man. You can't go back on it now, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy to even think about, man. And it's crazy to put whoever those 1,900 is, like, what? You know what? I'm thinking about this for a second. You better be offering something. I hope it ain't just an automatic little active duty to come back active duty. Yeah. You better put something on it. You know what I mean? I don't know what. I'm not going to put a number on it, but it better be a good number.
Yeah. That's more than 700. That's more than 700.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just can't imagine them. It's 1,900 letters. Like, hey, let them know we care about them. Let's get everybody. It's 1,900, right? Bro. Send them all the fucking letter. And all 1,900 people. Let's let them know we care. I tell you what, Army, let's do this. Don't do it again. Right? Something like that happened, y'all. We moved way too fast, I think. And the Army, I think, is like the Navy. Like being on ships and like in that whole sardine can, tuna can, whatever you want to say, I feel like COVID was aggressive for a purpose. And also, I think some of that was still some BS. But like, I feel like it makes sense when you justifying the fact that we on a ship. The Army, though, like y'all ain't had to go that hard to me. Like y'all ain't had to go that hard, man.
Yeah. And I mean, yeah, man. And then on top of that, man, like if I'm asking soldiers to come back in, I'm not finna put an article out about it, man. You know what I mean? I'm just going.
Well, they didn't put an article out. The letter. This is what it said. The letter was floating around social media. Like, somebody probably posted like, these mugs got the nerve to ask me to come back after they kicked me out.
Yeah, man.
We messed up, and I got at us hard about COVID before, I never want to stop that. We really messed that up. We fucked that up.
Yeah.
You know, wasn't supposed to go that hard. Wasn't supposed to do all that. And honestly, I think that is a major contributor into what changed the course of people enlisting in the military, period. You know what I'm saying? I think, and the retention and why some people got out. You know, I think we talked about it. I wouldn't have, if they ain't start hitting me with and I don't know the long-term effects, but I wouldn't have took that vaccine if they ain't tell me I couldn't go on Liberty. You know, if they ain't tell me I couldn't go to the bar,
bro,
I wouldn't have altered the course of my life forever if they ain't tell me I couldn't go to the bar. You know what I mean? Like,
hey man, I'm gonna tell you right now, we haven't even really like it's been a little bit now, man. And to go back and dissect some of those messages that was coming out about COVID, man. I'm here to tell you, man, it was wild. Like it was wild, man. So I mean, like, I'll give you an example, man. Some of the guys that would meet, man, it just came out, man. We had people going to DRB, like Chiefs. You hear me? Chiefs going to DRB because didn't nobody really understand at the time what was going on, like how they was it was the wording game. You know what I mean? The wording game or how things was worded and stuff like that. So they was in the same common area type deal. So they kind of like, long as they stayed in that common area, that's what they was doing. They was like, okay, hey, they dropped the food off to them. They was in a little common area type spot. So guess what? They all went up. You know what I mean? Because they was out in a little common area. So it was a lot of wordplay. And trust me, man, it was a lot of stuff going on in those messages. But let me tell you, back to this Army piece real quick, though. And then you're going to throw in because you lost 15,000 in recruiting. You know what I mean? How about just leave that little bit out too? You know what I mean? So you want to bring us back. You kicked us out because of COVID. Then you want to bring us back because you ain't making your quota. You know what I mean? Like, because you lost 15 grand. And just say, I mean, come on, Army. We got to do better.
You made me think about something and you got off it, but I wanted to talk about COVID, right? They had the COs shook. The captains were shook. It was COs keeping there. It was COs quarantining that crew through the holidays, getting in trouble for that. Articles about that, right? And like you said, the wording, right? I'm gonna be frank with y'all. Ain't nobody know what was going on but the IDC and the CMC and the triad. You know what I mean? Like every single time. Hey, my seller, they said they got COVID-like symptoms. Did you read the nav admin, dog? Did you look at the instruction we wrote? Yo, dog, just tell me what I'm supposed to do. You know, hey, CMC.
We about to dying, man.
Yeah, CMC. I ain't got time to read this. Hey, he got COVID, like you said. Is he supposed to come to work and go to medical, or do you want to go get tested out in town? Or do you? The CMC know the whole? The CMC know the whole thing. Now they ain't got to do nothing. They got 15 days. They quarantine. All right. Thanks, CMC. You called them back. Hey, you got 15 days. You quarantine. They got a follow-up question. All right, after the 15 days, what do I do, Chief? Hold on. Give me like 5 minutes. Hey, CMC. After 15 days. CMC like, hey, read the messages. Did you read the messages? They sent and every day it was a new COA. They sent a new, you're like, hey, CMC, I'm confused. I'm going off you ain't read the last message. CMC, I'm confused. I'm going off the last message. Now it's a new message. You know what I mean? So that whole thing was crazy as hell, man. Shout out to everybody that had to endure whatever they had to endure,
man,
during that period. Shout out to everybody who had to go through whatever BS they had to go through during that period. It was
a lot going on, man. It was a lot going on.
Yeah, it was a wild period. Y'all was cleaning off boxes from Amazon, man. I'll never forget that. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad we was on the ship for that. I'm glad because my wife
that was crazy too.
Yeah, my wife would have had me. Yeah, she would have had me going crazy in that house talking about wipe off an Amazon box, man.
Yeah,
I'm saying. Hey, let's get into these. Let's get into these do betters, Damon.
Yeah, man. Let me kick mine off, man. Like my do bet. Hey, first off, you are you BRS for retirement? Are you high 3?
I'm high 3, man. We talked about it the last episode.
Yeah. I just want to make sure, man. Make sure.
I'm saying you remember.
I'm old, man. I'm old.
You remember the conversation?
Yeah. I'm old though. So. Shouts out to the guy, man. This is the guy we talked to in the office, man. He said, hey, man, I need you to put this on the podcast, man. He said, I done seen it several times. And then I thought about it for a second. I've seen it a couple times myself too, right? So most of the time it's coming from these chief pages or whatever the case may be. And they putting out bad gouge when it comes to, the BRS, right? Like a lot of people out there put out, that's why, and it was an article in there and they said, this is why sailors are not joining the Navy no more because they don't have a pension, right? Yeah. And that's bad gouge, right? You are still getting retirement at 20 years, right? You're not getting the same percentage because of because you took whatever, however you did it, but you still getting the pension. That's just my whole do better is if we putting something out, let's make sure that we are putting it out the correct way. These sailors are still getting pensions after 20 years. And I mean, I looked it up. I Googled it. I did everything. I'm here to tell you they are still getting pensions, man. And that's for my guy, man. I'm going to say your name anyway. Nicholas Fields, man. Hey, there you go, bro. We still getting pensions. I put that out there for you, bro.
Shout out to Nicholas Fields. Shout out.
I said Nicholas. He gonna be mad. I said Nicholas for a reason. Nicholas, you know.
Oh, Nicholas.
We call him Nick though. We call him Nick, but I said Nicholas. That was for him though. I said it like that for him.
Well, look, Nicholas. Shout out, homie. Shout out. Hey, so before we get into the my do better, before we get into my do better, for the listeners who haven't heard Tish in like the last 10 minutes or something, Tish had to go duck out for a minute. She had something she had to take care of. For the people that's watching the episode, yeah, we play musical screens, I guess, every now and then. So I apologize for that. But yeah, Tish had to go take care of something. My do better, and this came up off the cuff because we did a do better. We had something else planned that we're gonna get into in a sec. But since we did do a do better, mine is for Mark Zuckerberg. You know what I mean? And I hope I don't get shadow banned from nothing for saying this. But hey, Zuck, man, you're not gonna make me use the Threads app, yo. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to force it on me. You know, now every app, Facebook, Instagram, if you make a mistake and click on something, they taking you to Threads. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to do that to me, Zuck. You know that they got the add friend joint right on the profile picture. You click the profile picture, they like, you sure you want to add friend? Now on Instagram, they posting Threads. So if you click it by mistake, it's taking you over to Threads. And then the algorithm changed too. Threads looked like a safe place at first. Now they got all the models, all the, you know, like, it's like, y'all not going to do that to me, man. Y'all not going to algorithm me to death with damn Threads, man. It ain't light up the way y'all wanted it to light up. It ain't lit like that, Mark.
Yeah.
Go back to the drawing board. Twitter's still twittering. They might have lost a couple dollars, but Twitter's still doing its thing. We ain't got no followers. PTSF ain't got no damn followers on Twitter.
You know what I'm saying? And you made it change your name, but they still doing their thing, man. It's X, but you know what I'm saying? They still doing their thing.
It's doing better than Threads, Don. He trying to make you, I don't know if you noticed it, Damon, he trying to make you use Threads, man. You clicked the wrong thing.
And they most definitely can't do it for me, man. I'm going to one place only. I will exit out of it if you take me somewhere. I'm exiting everything. I might start the computer over if you take me to the wrong thing. So trust me, it ain't working on me either. It ain't working.
All right, let's do this. Do better. We got our do better, our last do better, and then we gonna get out of here soon, man.
Yeah.
Our last do better. So it's not a do better this episode, right? It's a what are we doing well? What are we thankful for? So this is like our Thanksgiving episode, and we did this a couple times before, but I wanna talk a little bit about Navy stuff, Damon, because like just the way the podcast works, sometimes it could be gloomy, it could be critical, it could be, things about the Navy that's not always the best thing. We got to do better segment where we normally talk about something that could be better. It's normally said in jest, but it's a lot of real stuff. It's a lot of doomsday kind of stuff like that when we do episodes like this is just bad, it sucks, it's trash, recruiting this, that. But I want to just talk about from the last episode till now, so pretty much in our last year, what are some of the things about us being in the Navy, whether that be being a part of this podcast and being in the Navy, just being in the Navy, our career, what's some of the things that we thankful for, man?
Well, man, first off, we got to be thankful, man, of like, I'm thankful. I'm at a command right now, man, that I'm thankful for. And I say that because I'm on shore duty, right? For one. And I'm kind of, it's a pretty good freaking shore duty. You know what I mean? I done spent tons of time with the family, tons of time, like, and actually like, on here doing the pod, talking to you guys, and all of that is possible because of the command I'm at right now. You know what I mean? So I'm thankful for that time, period, man. Thankful for, the progress. Man, I feel like I'm thankful for you because you always be keeping up with all this stuff, man. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm not gonna sit and pretend like I'm any type of guru on any of this stuff. But when I see you light up, and I'm thankful for this, man. When I see you light up about, hey man, this happened, man, like the first time you hit us, how many first times you hit us with? Like, hey, this is the first time this happened or whatever. And I'm just like excited, man. Yeah, man, that's good stuff. So I'm excited to have people like you around me. You know what I mean? To keep me motivated and keep me rolling, man, because I'm a naturally motivated guy, but sometimes I'm not. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I'm not, but having people like you guys around me, man, it helps me out a lot. And of course, I'm always going to say the fam, man, because without them, you know what I mean? We wouldn't be doing a whole lot. I mean, I don't know what I'd be doing, to tell you the truth. So I'm always thankful for that. Thankful for the listeners, man, and all the feedback, man. And look, this I'm going to say probably the last 6 months, man. No shit. I'm not bullshitting. And I'm going to start taking pictures, sending it to you probably, Dumbo. But I be asked all the time, man, like, hey, you got a podcast?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I be going on these ships now and I go in places and I get talked to all the time. And they say, hey, and what they say, keep doing this, man. This is a platform that we don't have right now. Things like that, keep me motivated and keep me, want to do this. You know what I mean? So I'm thankful for everybody who reaching out, everybody who's saying, man, what the hell y'all talk about on this one? You know what I mean? Whatever they got to say, it's always love because they listening. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So to me, I look at it all being love, man. But yeah, man. And at the end, man, I'm just thankful to be alive, man. Thankful to have good health and all that good stuff, man.
Yeah. Somebody told me they heard you playing in the parking lot one day. They was like, I was walking through the parking lot and I heard Damon's voice. I'm like, oh, for real? I was also somebody told me they had to meet you. Like, yo, I got him. If ever I had to meet Damon one of these days. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn. I wonder if anybody ever tell Damon that about me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. Hey, bro, you get some crazy props, bro. You get way better props than I be getting, man. They be talking to me like, you know what? Let me say this real quick, man. Like people come to me like, hey, man, what Dumbo? First they say, what Dumbo? Where you from? Like, where you from? Because guys think he's from like New York. He gotta be from New York. I said, nah, he's from Philly. He said, oh, okay, I hear that. Like they hear where you from, when you're talking. And then they're like, hey man, like he be killing it when he like interview people and things like that, man. So you be like spot on. And they said, then I add on your background. So they're oh, okay. So yeah, man, you be getting shots out. I may not tell you that all the time, of course. You know what I mean? But you be getting love, bro.
Yeah, man. I need to meet David, man. So, hey, I'm thankful I'm going to start out with the Navy. And the Navy, hey guys, it's going to take me a second, man. It's hard. It's hard. No, I always wanted to go to a carrier, right? So for first part, for the listeners, we love our careers. I love my career. I love being in the Navy. I love being a seller. I love being an electrician. I love whatever's coming up in the future of all of this. I love it. I love every new experience. I love every symposium I'm able to come to. I love coming on here and using our platform to have conversation about things that we hope somebody will listen to and at some point do something to change some of the things that we talk about. And we love the things that going well. I love the sellers. I love the sellers I deal with on a day-to-day. And then I love the sellers that we dealing with now through social media, through direct messages and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Whenever y'all can, give us a shout out because we truly, honestly love y'all. Like all that support. So that's the first part, right? So I'm thankful for this military family that I've built. On and off the pod, I realized like a lot of even my friends, man, like the baby shower gifts, me and my wife was talking. Baby shower stuff is normally like this certain format that you got to have. I'm like, yo, babe, I'm posting the registry on Facebook. That's where most of my military friends are. And I'm like, I know my military people go on support. man, military people coming out the woodwork, sending gifts, old chiefs, old senior chiefs, like just people, man. It's like, that's really what we do. We come together for us all the time, so I appreciate that. The command I'm at, right? So the command I'm at is not too far from home. So I go home on the weekend. As much as it sucks to geo badge, I'm happy that I have that, because my wife wasn't leaving no matter where I went. She couldn't go at the time, due to her health, due to the pregnancy, due to the job. She couldn't leave, right? So I'm thankful that I was placed in this, position where I am right now, that I'm in close proximity and I could go home. And the command, it's not a high stress command. You know what I mean? It's a carrier. It's not high stress. The worst part of my day is seeing how many emails I have in the morning. You know what I mean? But it's not a high stress, man. We get out of work. I stay later than, prescribed. Like almost every day, I stay later than prescribed. Most of the ship is off at a really decent time. So I'm thankful for that. I've been having some, good conversations with the command master chief now at the command. So I'm thankful for that as well. I think that I'm going to be acting CMC next week. So if you're listening, it's probably I'll be acting CMC. I got hit up about it today. So we'll see how that works. I'm thinking, ain't it a master chief going to be around? But I am putting the package in. So that'll be, I put the package in today too. I put the package in today.
Nice. Let's go.
Yeah. And a lot of mentors in that regard too. A lot of mentors in that regard as far as CMCs and stuff like that. So I appreciate that. And all the people that take it easy on us, man. I know we come on here. Like I could transition to the pod a little bit now. All the people that take it easy on us know we come on here. We don't know everything. You know what I'm saying? We just on here talking, people that come on here tell us the right information and we try our best to get it out. And people that just know, hey man, it's our opinion. Or if we have a guest, it's their opinion. You know what I mean? Like we had an E5 on here last week. Some of the stuff he was saying is his opinion. You know what I mean? Shout out to him.
Yeah.
It's not our opinion though. It's his.
Yeah.
And if you a senior leader, and you was listening to some of the stuff he was saying, then let it impact you in a way that it should. Not the way you want it to, but the way that it should. Like this is an E5 talking from his perspective of the things that he's seeing in the conversations he's having with his peers. If you don't like it, then there's some things we need to do about it. You know what I mean? And even if it's a perception, it's still thing. And that's the conversation we had way before, Damon. Even if it's a perception, it's still shit we need to do to fix the perception. You know what I'm saying? We can't just say it's not a perception. That don't change it. So yeah, thankful, to create that, cultivate that. Man, of course, the wife, of course, all that stuff. I wanted to hit heavy on the Navy, the Navy thing. But we've been doing this now for 3 years, Damon. We've been doing this thing for 3 years. I always said before, we talked about our anniversary, so I ain't going to stick to it too long, but I always said before I couldn't do this. I can't do it without you. You know what I mean? So I appreciate all that. Yeah. Like even outside of here, like I think some of the stuff that got to do with the create stuff is like my strength, but outside of here, you motivate me anyway. Like you're just a motivating person for me, a big mentor of mine. And, now you, my daughter's goddad. And, I don't want to think about a time that I don't know you anymore. Like that's, life.
Yeah.
It's, as far as that's how we closing this thing out. You know what I mean? That's how I'm closing this life out, man. Like,
and bro, I'm excited.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna bullshit you, man. I'm excited about the future and regardless now, man, we linked. You know what I'm saying? We linked, man. So there's no doubt, man. And we love being around each other. We love talking about shit, man. We love giving each other shit. And we always gonna give it to ourselves, give it to each other real, man. So that's that. You can't have a better relationship than that, man. You know what I mean? You just can't. So.
Yeah. And I used to be bitter about the Navy. I used to be bitter about, Tisha coming back right on time. I could stop dragging my points about what I'm thankful for. But I used to be very bitter about the Navy because I had another dream, like another life dream. And I didn't follow through with the other dream I had in life. So the Navy was like a plan B that kind of shifted over to, a plan, like the plan A. But now I kind of realized that like, everything that you build turns into something. You know what I mean? So everything I've ever created came to fruition, and it might not have came to fruition the way that I wanted it to come. You know what I mean? But maybe, it was for this reason, or maybe it was for that reason. Like, who knows? We got the lifetime that we have left to see what all happens from me making music for the first half of my life or something like that. So, So I love it here, and I'm talking about the Navy, and I can't wait to, help some other sellers out, man. Maybe get them to that point, get them to this point too. Tish,
what up?
So we talk about what we're thankful for. So instead of doing a do better, we doing a what are we doing well? And I know you out now. Just to kind of reintro it just a little bit. We talk critical about the Navy a lot on our episodes. Like, we have critical things. We talk about things we need to do better and things like that. But since it is Thanksgiving week, or the week after Thanksgiving, depending on when this episode is released, we want to take a second to talk about the things we loved about it, are the things that's going well.
Okay. So the thing that I love about the Navy mostly is the people, because you leave when you're so young and you literally get your identity and grow into the person that you are once you as you go through the Navy. I would say that the relationships that I have with the people that I've met in the Navy, it's like, we call each other, like, it's damn near like family, and it's people who I have not heard from or seen in years. But if they call me, I'm there. If they're in the area, we're going to link up. And when you link up with those people, it's like you never left. You know what I'm saying? So, and then, like, as far as like me with Thanksgiving, I'm going to my homegirl's house. Like, that's family to me. That's like my sister, and can't nobody tell me nothing different. So I'm grateful and thankful for the relationships, of everybody that I've ever met. As well as the opportunities, like you were saying, like what you've built in the military. Like, I see the fruits of the labor now on the outside of what I built for 20 years while I was in. And so being able to kind of have like a free and restful lifestyle for the most part.
Soft life,
but it's still a little hard. Because I'm grateful for my husband that's not here yet. Wherever he is, I'm grateful and thankful for him because I'm tired. Okay. I'm tired. Listen, I don't want to deal with this shit. But yeah, I'm just like really grateful for the opportunities that I've had. Like, I'll think back on some of the cool stuff that I've done that, like, civilians, like, they don't get to experience stuff like that. I was talking to someone on the phone and I just said very casually, when I was stationed in Japan, we lived in Japan or something like that. And they just stopped in the middle of a conversation, was like, dang, that's crazy. Like, you lived in Japan? I was like, yeah. Something that just seemed so simple and that I had kind of like taken as something normal because I'm around people who are doing the same thing. But when you start talking to people on the other side, they think our life is like crazy good. And, we have all these experiences. We go to all these different places. The benefits that we get, like, we're our own ecosystem within the base. We're living in our own bubble for real. Even when like COVID was happening, people was losing their job and all that stuff. Like, we were in our safe haven bubble. But we're so used to it, we don't even think nothing about it, So I'm very grateful for just the institution of the Navy as a whole.
Yeah. I got a question for you, random. Since you've been out, Tish, have you taken an edible or anything?
No. No, I haven't smoked anything. I haven't taken anything, nothing. So when I did my drug test, they were like, they were like, "Oh, congratulations, you passed." I was like, I wasn't really worried about that. And I haven't really had the urge to either. Like, it was funny because when I was in, I was like, oh, maybe I'll try, because I've never done it before either. So that's probably why. But I was like, oh, well, when I get out, maybe I'll try something. And I would only really mention it if people around me were like, oh, you got to do this, you got to do that. I'm like, maybe I will try it. But when I got out, I really didn't have the urge to do it. Like, there was a lot of things that I thought I was gonna have pink hair. I was supposed to get on this podcast with pink hair.
You wasn't pink. Yeah, you wasn't gonna be able to get on the pod. We still go hair rags. We still Navy hair rags for the pod.
I was about.
And one thing about it though, Tish, no bullshit, is that like we got no problem with calling you out if you need to be called out. So you come over here with pink hair, like man, I'm gonna have to say what I gotta say. You know what I mean? But if it looks good, it looks good. I might say that too. But if it don't, I'm gonna have to tell you.
I've seen retirees that get out and they start doing crazy stuff with their hair, and it's like, man, I was like, oh, I can't wait to do that. And then I ain't even do it. Like, good job, I was supposed to be getting like the long, crazy nails.
Yeah, glad you ain't do that either.
I ain't do that either. It's just not me. I think it took a while for me to like get like, bright colors, because I'm just so used to, I guess I kind of adapted the Navy way. I embodied the grooming standard.
You love it. You love it, Tish. That's one thing. You one of the people I know that love it the most. 20 minutes after Old Glory, I'm at the smoke shop. I'm somewhere grabbing something. Hey, it's something else I need to confront you about. I actually need to confront you about something, Tish. I listened to the last episode, right? We got two more, for the listeners, we got two more topics. We out of here. I don't know how long this episode is or was, because we had to stop at one point. But Tish, I needed to confront you about this, right? You said that you treat your sons. That's what you said, right? In the last episode, because I was listening to it, right? And I think a listener will want me to confront you too, right? You said that after boot camp, you started treating your sons like you was a RDC when you was looking at their bids. That's what you said.
I did.
And I'm just trying to see if you coming back to stand on that.
No, I'm standing on it. I definitely used to do that. When I would go in their room, like they would come say, okay, mama, we're done cleaning. And I'm like, are you sure? Like,
so done cleaning is AKA we're ready to be inspected. Standing by for inspection.
Yeah. Ready for.
Come check it out so I can play video games. Come check it out so I can get this off my plate. So I can go play
and one time I had them say, they had to come to me when we were just playing around. I had them come to me, stand at attention. It said that it was ready for inspection.
Yeah, we might have to call somebody on
Teach wrong.
We might have to call somebody, man.
And I'd be like, hey, are you sure? Like, they'd be like, yes, it's in mommy standards. That's what they call it, mommy standards. That's like, So I would go in there. If I see stuff out of place, I'm taking beds apart. I'm knocking stuff over. You can start all the way back over.
You gotta stop teaching.
No,
like you can't take those tactics. Like those tactics scarred us as recruits. Like you can't take those tactics to your kids, man.
Listen.
And you can't do that with your future husband. You can't do it like that.
There are some things that I felt was necessary that I learned from the Navy, that I instilled into my life. My kids do FOD walk downs.
Teach they know what a
walk down is.
Teach like dinner's ready. The first person sit down, y'all got 8 minutes to be done that shit. This shit clean. Ready to go in the rack.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Yeah, they know. They know.
Rough household right there, man. It's rough.
They know.
I tried. For the listeners, I tried, man. I tried.
I'm standing on it.
She ain't budging, y'all. She ain't budging.
But I did start changing. And I stopped being as militant as I was before. I did. I softened up because I realized like they need me to be their mother and not a drill sergeant. And so I did soften up. That was probably like what? Maybe like a year and a half, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I started to soften up.
That is crazy.
So yeah.
All right. So before we get out of here, I got 2 more things. The first thing is for the listeners, no book reviews. I'm going to get back to it. I'm just reading a really good book. It's good, y'all. It's good. I didn't think it was at first. It's really, really good. And it's a long book. So I'm almost finished it. Red Rising, really good book. So my question is this, right? This is a big one for me, and I ain't mean to hit this one. Maybe, hopefully, we don't got to spend too much time on it. But for both of y'all, have y'all ever pushed a seller that did not deserve whatever it was you were pushing that seller for? In hindsight, you realize it was for you, for your own chip on your own shoulder, for your own pride, shit like that. But whether it be sell at a quarter, a number one EP, whatever it was, have you ever pushed a seller in places that they didn't deserve?
Yeah. I haven't, and for a couple of different reasons though, but the reason that I pushed them, and to be honest, to be straightforward with this question, is I kind of was made to, in a way, man.
Yeah.
Damon,
sorry. To be clear to the listeners, when I'm saying push, I'm not talking about motivate. I'm talking about put that seller in some shit that they did not earn.
Right.
Yeah. So for a couple of examples, man, for like sale of the quarter, right? Like sometimes we didn't have nobody to put in.
Yeah.
Right. But we putting somebody in. You know what I mean? Somebody going in. So you did it. You come up. You did the best you could do. I didn't do it for my stats, really, though, to tell you the truth. I did it kind of because we had to put somebody in. And we should do this other thing. We should do something in, it was a weekly thing we should do all the time too, trying to recognize sailors for. And I felt like I really didn't have nobody to recognize for it, but it fell on my division that to recognize somebody.
Yeah.
So I came up with something. You know what I mean? So I have been putting, but I tell you this, man, I was being straightforward though. I would say, hey, I don't have nobody, but if you want me to put somebody in, I'll put somebody in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm going to be honest with you straight up. And that's kind of how it was. So yeah, you're right, man. Like, but at the same time, I didn't want to look like shit either though. I didn't want my paperwork to look like shit when it goes up and be like, oh man, they weren't even competitive. You know what I mean? Right. So now I got to try to make them competitive too. Hey, I'm going to ask some questions. Did you do this? You did that? Cause I don't need you to do so much for me to make an impact with you. Yeah? You know what I'm saying? So I need them to do a couple things here and there, but yeah, Dumbo, I have been put in some situations like that. I have put people up that I didn't think they deserved it. I have.
Yeah. And I think the department heads and departmental LCPOs, they got to stop looking at like the divisional LCPOs like they lazy if they just don't have people.
Right.
I think most divisional LCPOs, if they really have somebody at the time, they will. They'll put them up. You know what I mean? Like, but some of those safety pro of the week, some of us might not have somebody we think deserves safety pro.
Right.
Like we ain't you just got finished digging into your division 2 days ago for doing something that wasn't safe. Now you talk about safety pro of the week. Some people might not have, people at the time, but you get hit hard if you don't you sit there, y'all having the meeting with your top snipe or your department.
Yeah.
And everybody like A-gang, like, oh, we ain't got nobody. EM's like, oh, we ain't got nobody. The top, like, you mean to tell me, and I'm not talking about my current top. I'm just talking about my career as a whole, right? The top, like, you mean to tell me that we ain't got nobody? I can't get us to Chang. I can't take this to Chang. Chang don't want to take that to the XO. Engineering don't have anybody they want to put in for sale at the corner. All the chiefs be looking too, like, no, we ain't got nobody. We really don't have. I ain't got none of my guys. Ain't got it this quarter.
No, I say the same thing. Like anyway, but I'll put somebody if you want.
If you want, you want me to put somebody else? I'll do it. I got a package ready for somebody. We ain't got nobody this quarter, man. So we got to stop that. I was more so wanting to know, and I'm interested in yours too, teacher. I was more so wanting to know if you ever did it for you. But it sounded like you didn't. And I said it on ranking boards with you, Damon, and I've seen you like be honest, like, and not just put somebody up just so you could come back. Like, when they got their eval, when they saw that they was the number one EP, right? You kind of looking like, yeah, I'm that, I'm that, I'm that LCPO, got you that number one, got you that. Like, so, but from me knowing you, since I've known you, I never saw you do nothing like that. What about you though, Tisha? Have you ever done it for you?
No, I don't think I've ever done it for me. Because I'm kind of in the same situation as Damon. Like if I've ever put somebody in that I didn't quite think deserved it, it was only because I had to put somebody in there. I'm a big advocate of not putting people in just because. And this is something that I tell my sailors, like I'm not going to reward mediocrity. I'm not going to reward you for doing something that you do every day. So here's a formula for a sailor quarter. This is how you remain competitive, failure, all that stuff, anything that you want. And if you just want to do the bare minimum and come in and go home every day, then there's a bottom P for you. We handing those out.
Yeah, so, like you earned that.
Right. You can get that, no problem. But
and somebody gonna get them, right?
Somebody gotta get them. So listen, it's on you. It's your career. They'll snap out of it eventually. I'll continue to try to push them, but I'm not a fan of putting people in, especially for evals. Especially for evals. I can tell you that there is one particular time when I'm sure the other people in the room or some people in the room may have felt like I was trying to give someone something that they felt did not deserve, but I was judging the person off of their performance. And I felt like everybody else was basing their judgment off of their personal feelings towards the person. And so it got real because I wasn't backing down. And this sailor she was great. Like she was doing a damn thing. And I saw that. And yeah, she had some issues previously with her mouth and her attitude and all that stuff, but she had changed a lot. And they just could not see past that. Yeah. And I wasn't really willing to just like fall down. Like if it was someone that deserved that, who outperformed her, I'm cool with that person being over her. But you're not going to put people who was not outperforming her over her. That's not all because you don't personally like her. I don't care about your personal feelings.
Yeah. Was she a YN?
What's that?
Was she a YN?
No, Ellen. Ellens are petty. I said it.
Yeah.
Ellens are petty as hell.
I don't know, but yeah.
Ellens are petty. Well, they call us cutthroat for a reason.
I get it.
So we cutthroat.
I get it. I got it. My last question is this.
Hey, I got a follow up to that real quick, Dumbo, that question though.
What is it?
Real quick though. The sailors that do not like win these awards, you know, I just want to say, man, that like we put you guys in. Just remember, we just said what we just said. I put you in because I had to put you in. So if you didn't freaking win, just think of it like this: you didn't supposed to be there anyway. You know what I mean?
Everybody they were supposed to be there. Now, granted. Sometimes I will.
I'm just kidding. Sometimes
I'll put people up for sailor to quarter, even if they're like, I know their package isn't strong enough for them to like be competitive, but I want them to like get that sense of like, I want them them to feel it, like being in that seat. Yeah. I want them to get the experience of sitting at a board, all for the preparation. And usually that's like my silent, like, all right, I'm going to put you in there. That's so you can just like get the initial nerves out, hear the questions that they be asking. So next time you go in front, that's the real deal. Like that's when we really doing it. And I want you to knock their heads off in there.
Yeah. But I was just kidding, guys. I was just kidding.
I was kidding too.
Y'all don't deserve shit.
I was kidding when I said only losers go to the ship to eat Thanksgiving.
Yeah, y'all sipping on some bullshit.
That was rough right there, Dumbo.
I think that's going to get cut, though. I think that's going to get edited out.
Cut that one, too. What I just said, you might want to cut that one, too.
I believe this part in, so y'all can know we did have a conversation about that. And earlier in the pod, Damon said only losers. Damon said Early in the pod, he said, outside of the triad, only losers go to the ship on Thanksgiving to eat Thanksgiving dinner. That's what Damon said. He said only losers go to the ship.
He gonna cut the point out, but you guys go, hey, he said that. Remember that.
Matter of fact, David said this. He said, outside of the triad and junior sellers who live on board and some junior sellers who live in the barracks, only losers go to the ship to eat Thanksgiving dinner. That's what he said, y'all. So, hey.
Man, I tell you what, boy,
and
you
all
got
that
a lot of
hate,
problems.
Yes, and all that hate notice, Damon. Last question is, and I think you touched on this last episode, Damon, but I wrote it as a question and I just want to make sure we touch on it. What's the hardest trait to work against? And I'm talking about when it comes to developing a junior seller, developing a future leader, mentoring somebody, as far as qualities and like for instance, level of knowledge, motivation, military bearing, whatever. What's the hardest trait to work against when it comes to trying to develop a seller?
Well, I don't know if I'm saying it right when it comes to like a trait or not, but some people are set in their own ways though. Mm-hmm. Right. And it's hard to break that down sometimes. Right. And my process to that is empowering them. Right. So I give them opportunities to lead. I give them those opportunities to, come up with their own ideas. Right. And then I can tell them why that don't work. A lot of times you got to do it like that. Right. Because sometimes when you set in your own ways, it's like, I don't understand what you're saying, senior, why we can't do it like this. And I love that part of it because now I can explain to you why. But sometimes people are just like, my way or no way. They grew up like that. They know, hey, this is how I'm going to do it. They never had nobody to challenge them. You know what I mean? Yeah. On the process. So sometimes that is hard, man. And it's hard for me because I'm like, all right, man, like I know why we can't do it like that. One is you got an MRC that says don't do it like that. You have a safety manual. I have all these things that I know not to do it that way. But it's sometimes, you know, if you set in your own ways, you just want to keep going with it. You want to keep asking like, I don't understand this. I don't understand it. Sometimes, man, you just gotta understand and open yourself up to different ideas. Mm-hmm. It's more than one way to get something done. Right. And I look at it my way like that too. Like I always give a sailor the opportunity to do it a different way. Cause I always say these couple of things. I always say, hey, sailors are smarter than me right now. You know what I mean? So if you can find a better way to get it done. As long as it's safe, as long as you ain't breaking no equipment, as long as you ain't hurt nobody, get her done. Right. Yeah. But, and you following the procedures or whatever, man. So I think that's one of the hardest things for me, Dumbo. Somebody's set in their own ways, man.
Yeah, mine is somebody who don't care. Somebody who just not motivated to learn, and just don't. You could be rough around the edges. You could be somebody that came from across the other side of the tracks or whatever you want to say. I could work with all that. You know, level of knowledge could be low. Military bearing could be a little low. I could work with all that. But if you don't want to fix none of that, like if you just don't care, you just want to see the world burn. It's just hard. Yeah. That's the hardest one. That's the almost like the unforgiving one where it's like, how long can you put up with this? You know what I mean? Before you like gotta do something. Yeah, gotta do something else. You know, gotta do something else about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the only one for me is the people that don't give a damn.
Yeah.
Mine is,
you're right. That's good.
Mine is coming kind of along the same lines where I just call it a lack of accountability. Everything is everybody else's fault. They got an excuse for everything. Anything that they didn't get picked, it wasn't because they didn't do something or, you know, it's favoritism. It's the pessimistic type personality. That's the one that it goes on. Those are usually the ones that lack motivation too. They're not motivated to do anything, but then they complain about everything that they're not getting when they're not motivated like everybody else. So I have like the Navy have zero tolerance on drug. That's my zero tolerance. I can't deal with that. I can't deal with it.
Both of those are good ones, man. Like, but Damo, you're right. You might have like that lack of motivation for me, man. Don't care about nothing, man. That's huge with me too. Good gracious, man. Like
the unmotivatable. How do you motivate the unmotivatable?
Yeah, well, man. Help me help you. I mean,
Yeah, man,
There's
it's
a
crazy.
special
You know
place
what
in
I'm
the
saying?
civilian world for them.
Yeah. Oh well.
McDonald's, Wendy's.
Right.
We gotta stop acting like McDonald's a bad job. McDonald's are
Yeah,
right.
No, it's not.
McDonald's
It's
straight
money
for-
shot, man. I saw a video though. I don't want to get me caught up in that video I saw about McDonald's, boy. Whew.
Yeah, they taking a long time to give you your food now too. I thought it was fast food. I thought McDonald's was fast, man. They take about 20. It took me like 25 minutes to get a breakfast sandwich, McMuffin with sausage and egg.
Yeah,
I gotta stop eating that.
I don't even do Mc-
I gotta cut all that stuff out, man, because hey, I'm gonna tell you guys real quick before I go, man. So guys know my birthday was last week, man.
Happy
And,
birthday, Damon!
yeah.
Happy
Hey,
birthday!
thank you, man. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Hey, so I go in there, man, and I'm always giving some chief chicks shit all the time. I'm always messing with them. I'm always fucking with them, right? I always like this chief chick stuff. I'm always like talking shit to them or whatever, right? So I go in there today and they got me a gift. So first thing I'm thinking, man, what's about to pop out this box? Or what's about to happen to me? Because I'm always getting them shit. And I open it up, man, and it had workout bands in there, man.
Mm-hmm. Was it Chief Chick bands? Was it like?
It should have been.
But I know they be talking about me, man. So they put the workout bands in there, man. You know what I mean? For me to say I need to get back in the gym.
Dang.
So I got to go now, man. It's go
Telling
time
you.
now, man.
Telling you,
Shout
I
out to
think
the
we
cheap
should all
chicks.
get on Damo program. I'm working my way towards there.
What's my
The
program?
pescatarian diet.
Oh shit! Hey, for the listeners, man, I ain't been pescatarian in a minute.
Oh,
Hey, for the listeners, man. I thought y'all knew. I thought the listeners knew. I thought y'all knew, man. For the listeners, I thought y'all
Time
knew.
you said that, hey, Tish, time you said I looked at double face, I knew it was so fun.
I thought the listeners knew, man. I thought I could hold strong.
Man, Domo. We gotta take Domo DRB on that one, man. We ain't tell nobody
You damn
that, man. We gotta take him to DRB on
I
that
should
one,
have
man.
known when you stopped posting the pictures on your stories. I should have known.
Oh, man.
Hey, I'm gonna be I'm be honest with you. I'm struggling, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm having a hard time.
Me too, bro.
It's
I'm
affecting
struggling
me.
too.
Like I'm having a hard time. I can't. Ain't that how we weasel out of? Ain't that how we weasel out? You brought up DRB. You brought up DRB. Now I need to tell you how this really affected me, man. Like this pescatarian thing, I've been trying, man. I don't know if it'll ever happen for me, man. You know what I mean? I might not ever lose this 40 I've been trying to lose, man. I've been tracking this 40 pounds for 2 years. I've been tracking this 40.
Yeah,
I get off 3, man. I'm struggling, y'all. You can't take me to DRB. Have some empathy for me, please.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know, man.
Please,
I don't know.
please. I've been wanting to talk to you about it for the longest. Hey, I came to Norfolk and I tried my best with pescatarian, man.
Effort, man.
Tried my best and it just ain't work. I'm thinking about going back, but right now I'm not.
Yeah, man. It's hard out there, man. It's hard out there, especially them barracks rooms, man. It's hard.
Yeah, that's
there,
true.
man.
Yeah, I ain't got no kitchen, no air fryer.
Yeah.
I don't have nothing.
You eating chicken, beef, and pork?
I don't really eat. I don't really eat beef or pork.
Okay,
But I eat sausage and oxtail. So, but I don't eat oxtail. I've had oxtail once.
Mhm.
My wife, mom came to visit. She made oxtail incredible. But I eat sausage. I'll eat sausage. I eat bacon.
Okay.
You know, I do eat sausage and bacon. So,
Damn.
Yeah,
you know,
definitely.
thanks, Tish. Thank you, Tish.
Damn.
Good deal, Tish. We got him. We got him
Got
today,
him.
Tish. We got him. He calling
Got
people
him.
losers. And now he ain't even on the diet. Oh my goodness. He rolling today, guys. He rolling.
Secret too. He said nothing.
Boy.
Nothing.
I tell you.
What?
All right, let's wrap. Let's close.
Yeah, man. For sure.
Let's close,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Tish
Let's
try
wrap it
asking
up,
up a
man.
question, yo. Let's close. What
Yeah.
you got, Tish? What you got, man? I'm trying to close, man. Let's
I was about to
let's
ask
close.
about the weight because you was telling everybody to hold you
Let's
accountable
close.
for your
Let's
weight.
close.